See, it is not by the scores like in the test series. Through test series only you should know whether you are on the right or wrong track, right? So when you are solving the mock test, let's say you pick up only 50 questions. Now, to know whether you are absolutely in the right track, don't go by the knowledge component, that way for certain where you know the answers. The second round questions where you are doing 50-50, if you are getting maximum number of them right, that all the practice that you are doing, if it is being applied and you are getting them right, then you are on the right track, right? So that means something, if you are not getting this 50-50 of them, more right, that means you are not on the right track. Something is missing. The something is nothing but most of the time it is practice. So now, even in those two diverse tests, which are completely different, to know how you are on the right track, you have to apply basically your common sense, right? Now, if you're very familiar with the previous year questions, the trend, everything, now somebody suddenly comes up with a test which is completely off track or absurd, you should know it. There is also a limit to thinking of in terms of setting the paper also, right? So just you cannot, because you know that the paper is getting difficult, you shouldn't find innovative ways to make it even more difficult. So anything within the purview of what is the expected lines on the UPSC, the themes, the pattern which is already there. Within that scope, if the paper is set difficult, and then if your skills are working, then you are on the right track. If the questions are completely different and then you are getting wrong, then you absolutely need not worry, right? Because in the actual paper, there are people who used to score 70, 80 and they have cleared the prelims, right? So ideally the innate ability, the logic, applying skills, analytical ability, jo bhi hai. So if that component is strong, then you should rely on that, right? The UPSC has a logic to its paper, and the test series sometimes ours or other test series might lack that logic, right? So you have to believe in yourself. So that is why I tell solve more of UPSC related question papers. If it is working there, your logic and everything, you are perfectly on the right path. So don't get affected by these mock tests and scores. There are so many questions, UPSC ka le lo karo. And I saw Indian Engineering Service, science and tech questions are very good questions in that. Indian Engineering, the prelims, they have like 10-15 questions of science and tech. Somewhere I believe UPSC kind of asks those questions in different combination, right? May not be true, but those questions are of very standard level. So if you solve all SNT questions from there, and if your logic is working there, then you are absolutely fine.